Hey, what's up everyone? This is Mike Gross at youtube.com/free guitar lessons. You never know where it's going to pop up, here, sides, the bottom. But anyways, thanks for watching today. Got another request for a band called Sublime, and the song is called What I Got. Probably going to be the shortest lesson as far as a complete song that you'll come across. It is 2 chords through this whole song, and a solo, a pretty short solo. I'm going to show you guys the solo, mainly because if I don't, it's going to be a 2-minute lesson for the most part, or a 3-minute lesson. And it's a short solo and it's nothing real hard. So I'm going to throw that in there for you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. Leave comments, like, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. And let's jump right into this, okay? Sublime, What I Got. Okay, so a couple things I want to explain in here. First off, the 2 chords that you're using are D major and G major. And if you have a chord book, like almost every guitar player has, you may open it up if you forget how to play the G and you're not around my YouTube channel to watch this, and look it up, and it may show it like this, or like this, with 4 fingers, 3 fingers, like this, like this. There's different ways. It may even show you like this. But usually, your standard chords in the chord book, they will show you it like this. This song, he's not using all those strings, so you can set it down, but you don't really have to do that. I just put the fingers down that I need. It's good practice if you're just starting out or pretty new on guitar to set the whole chord down, but I'm going to show you it just with the notes that you need, because it's not even a full D major chord on the intro. So here's how it starts. 1st finger, 2nd fret G, 3rd finger, 3rd fret B. That's all you need. It's picking. You can do picking through the whole song. He's not real, when he's strumming through this and picking, it's not super precise where it's like exactly the same every time. So I mean, this could be really like a 45-minute lesson if I try to do exactly every little thing the way he's doing it. It's so not necessary, because he's not playing it the same way every time either, I guarantee you. So what you want to do, we're going to take a basic pick pattern through this, and you can use it throughout the song, and maybe a strum pattern too, just to make it a little more fun to play. It's a fun song, but like I said, you're only doing 2 chords back and forth. So here we go. You're going D, open. There's a rest in there, and then you're hitting the G and the B after that. Catch the B string with an upstroke. Pick towards you when you hit the B string. So it's down, down, up. And then hit the G string with an up. So we have, and then a downstroke on the B. So the beat is da 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 da. You want to get that stuck in your head. Subgroup. Subgroup beats if you have to. Sometimes I'll tap them out on my leg if I don't have my guitar around. Like this song, you could go da 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 da. Beats are so important, because being a guitar teacher, as long as I have, I've seen people come in and, you know, God bless them, they're trying their hardest on stuff, but it's like they haven't listened to the rhythm and so excited about just playing it that the beat's completely lost, the timing's off, tempo's bad. So subgroup everything, not just the clarity of a chord. Apply it to every aspect of the instrument, no matter what instrument you're playing. That's a good concept. Okay, so once again, I'll play that. I'm going to play it 1 time through, and then we're going to change. So we have, okay, where my 3rd finger is, I'm going to leave it. But my 1st finger, I'm lifting it off. I'm taking my middle finger, going up to 3rd fret on the low E string. That's a G note, and it's also considered a G major chord. We're just only using 2 fingers in this one. And the pick pattern, or the beat, like I said with the last chord, is the same, but we're picking different strings is all. So if you subgroup that beat, and you've got it in your head, it's cool, because you'll be able to apply it right here. So go low E, down with the pick, and then go to the G and the B, down, up, and then up on the G, and down on the D. So here's what that sounds like in rhythm. So let me play those 2 back and forth. And you got most of the song already, you guys. Seriously, so it's... next part that changes. Actually, before I show you the solo, which is short and sweet, if you want to do a strum over that, which there is little parts in there where we're strumming, I would do something like this. We'll do the same chords, but we're going to actually make them fuller chords. Because when you're strumming, usually you want to hear more strings. It makes the chord bigger, fuller, and everything. Not always. But so just go back to that D chord that we started the song with. Take your middle finger, go to fret 2 on the high E, and you're good to go. Take your thumb, go up here and mute the low E out. And the reason you want that is in case you accidentally hit that string. You don't want it to be going. In the D major chord, you have a D, a A, another D, and an F sharp. That makes up the D major chord. So if you hit an E in there, the E is not part of that chord. And that's why when you hear some people play and go, oh, something's not right, a lot of times it's they may be playing the chord right, pushing everything down right, but they're not muting. And that's why muting is so important. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about it, and you need to apply that. And you'll make a habit of it to where you won't have to think about it anymore. So if we're going to do the strum through this, here's what I would do. So muting this out, you're going, it's kind of mimicking the pick beat. Da, 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 da. But we're going to strum now. And then for the G chord, we're going to use the 4-finger version. So you can leave your 3rd finger, no sense in lifting it because you got to put it right back there again. Put your pinky underneath of it, 3rd fret high E, 1st finger, 2nd fret A, middle finger, 3rd fret low E, and then do the same beat. Now you can hit all 6 strings, you don't have to worry about muting anything. As a matter of fact, you got to kind of make sure you don't take your index finger over here and lean it down, because then you'll get an unwanted mute in there, and you want to hear that open D. So just do the same strum. And then you go back to the D, leave your 3rd finger there, and then just repeat it. You know, there's alterations. It could be, you can add more stuff with the right hand, but try to get that basic strum down, and you'll be good. So for the solo, what we'll do, I should probably play the whole solo first, I don't know, or we can break it down. Okay, so that is the whole solo. I'll do it one more time and then I'll show you what's happening. Alright, and I think there's a break right after that for a measure or two, and then it kicks back into the D and the G. So 3rd finger, these all, when you play a guitar solo, you've left chords and you've moved into scales most of the time. So all these little pieces you see me playing here are taken from certain scales. Okay? 3rd finger, 10th fret A, slide to 12. That's a whole step slide. Remember, a whole step is 2 frets, not 1. A half step is 1 fret. And you're going to slide up to it. Once you get there, don't pick it again. It should be ringing out from the slide. Okay, 1st finger, 10D. 3rd finger, 12D. So you have, take your 1st finger, bar the 10th fret on the G and the B string. If you need to think of the high E in there with it, that's fine. Just make sure you don't hear it, and more importantly, mute it. So you have, so I hit the G and B. Just do a slight bend with that. Not very far, maybe a 1/4 step. Like, and then 3rd finger, 12D. You're going to pick that. 1st finger, 10D. And then pick the 10D again and hammer onto fret 12. So it's... And if you're not really comfortable with hammer-ons, I've talked about them in previous lessons. In the future, we'll go down and dissect and do lessons just on hammer-ons and pull-offs, and you know, where most of the lesson will utilize those things. They're not played a whole lot, but you want to know how to do them, especially if you're soloing. Okay, so the next part, there's a lot of jumping in here. Bar the G and the B string on the, actually you don't have to bar it, but you need 7G, 7B, if you do choose to bar it. or you can use 2 fingers. I'll do both sometimes. When I played it earlier, I used 2 fingers on it. I'm kind of, as a teacher, I'm trying to think properly, so when you guys are watching this, but like I said, fingering, there's not really a textbook way sometimes when it comes to which fingers to use. So I'll let you make that call. As long as you hear these 2. And then go over to the 5th fret on the same strings, the G and B. I'm going to go ahead and bar it and hit those. So we have, and then first finger, 3B, middle finger, 4G. Hit it twice, just those 2 strings. Be careful with your right hand. A lot of people overpick. And the ones that are really trying to be super careful underpick sometimes. And you only hear one string or maybe part of the other one as it's buzzing through. So if you're muting stuff, it allows you to eliminate that problem with the pick hand when you're playing, to just hit what's there. If you hit another string, so what? It's muted, you know? So you have... And then the next part, kind of a, I don't know, old 60s type bebop sounding jazz riff, something Brian Setzer would do, or Chuck Berry. Pretty cool sounding. It goes... So take your first finger, go to 10G, and you're going to pick that hammer onto the 11th fret. So it's a half step hammer on. Make sure you hear the hammer on clear. If it does this, not good. Make sure it's clear. Then first finger 10B, and then third finger 12B. Subgroup. I'm going to keep pounding that in you guys' heads because it's so important. 4-note subgroup right here. You can go. And if you want, if you get sick of doing it there, just move it chromatically or a half step down the whole pattern, like. You know, just to get used to the beat and the feel of it. Also, when I hit the B string, excuse me, I would pick down up on the B. It's a faster note. So, and then first finger 10 high E with an upstroke. That's the only note we're playing on that string. And we're heading back up to a higher string, so that's why you want to upstroke that. But if you don't, it's at a tempo where you can play it as a down. So, and then third finger 12B. So subgroup. And then so we have. Or we're going to pick 12B with your third finger, and you're also going to pick 10B with your first finger. Probably down up on that would be good. And now I'm hitting the high E string with a downstroke, which is, you know, what I'm saying about each person's going to be different. If I was doing an arpeggio suite, stuff that's real fast, 16th notes and above, then that stuff becomes very important on how, whether you pick a down or a up. Okay? And then kind of keep this first finger on the 10th fret still. Go pinky 13B, third finger 12B, and then first finger 10B, which it's already going to be hovering over that fret anyways, right? So, oops. So we have. So we have. Subgroup, right? You'll see me nodding my head because I'm thinking beats as I'm doing this, okay? And then the last part is just 12th fret G with your third finger, doing a whole step bend. So, got students trying to come in the door for a lesson, but I know them very well, so it's all good. Okay, so, and we're wrapped up here anyways, guys. So, the end of that solo goes. Oh, and then bend, release. So you have, and pull off. Probably the hardest part of the solo will be that. You'll see what I mean. It's only 3 notes that you gotta hear, but to acquire them with the technique of bend, release, pull off. And we talked about pull offs in other lessons too. You gotta snap this third finger. And in that, this happens a lot. Underneath strings start ringing through. So the way to avoid that is to mute with your left hand. Kind of bar this index finger to where if that does happen, because to get that pull off clear, you do got to snap it pretty hard. But if you're muting these, it's not going to ring them. See, it's dead. And then 12G, and then 10G, vibrato. Vibrato is when you shake the string. Okay, that's the whole song, you guys, from Sublime. What I got. And thanks for all the requests. I'm getting some a pretty big variety of them, man. It's cool. We went from 𝐂𝐄𝐒 to Sublime. Before that was Blink-182 and geez, what was the other one? There were two opposites. You got System of a Down. So it's cool. This is what I want. I want my lessons directed to a broader crowd instead of just one direction. A good song is a good song, and people have different taste. I can't make you guys be open-minded and like everything. That's not my goal. But just try not to stick yourself in a box as a player, because you're not going to expand out of that box if you're only open to what's in there. And my outlook has always been, you know, as you're doing these different styles of music, you can take those different elements and put them in to whatever you may be doing. Dream Theater is a prime example, one of my favorite bands. Not the most commercial band around, but as a musician and the versatility, it's all there. So you don't have to go like Dream Theater, but try to keep an open mind with stuff. And like I said, I hope this lesson was helpful. Please leave comments. If you have questions, I'll answer them for you on my comment page. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Keep practicing, subgroup. And remember, this is Mike Gross at mgfreeguitarlessons.com. Later.